these arms. Cry every night for you.
Steve Bruce. He's got a big head. All right, Jay.
No, I'm
What's it with you
I'm
anyway?
a broken man with you two.
Broken biscuits,
Why
mate.
don't you like our singing?
I do actually. It's lovely. It's very refreshing. It's just what I need. Bit of uplifting music. Look at that. Who wouldn't love that?
Ronaldo.
You.
Speaking of Ronaldo, look at that. Viva Ronaldo.
Yes. Go and check that out, eh?
Go on then. What are we doing today then?
We're talking about the Champions League because guess what? We're in it.
It's back.
And it's back. And we're going to win it, I think. Four is coming and all that. So we're going to talk about that, get involved in that. Does Cristiano Ronaldo get us over the line?
4 is coming, shite.
Well,
European Cups.
4, mate. European Cups, stroke Champions Leagues.
Are you trying to step on my turf?
Right. Are you actually taking like ownership now of numbers?
Yep. Numbers followed by is coming.
Right. Is that yours?
Yeah.
Is that so?
C3PO
Right.
is coming.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just
Inside
numbers.
Darth Vader. What?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think maybe 4 is coming. Get involved in the comments. Let us know whether you agree with that. That's Adam McCall, by the way. I'm Jay Moyer. That's Joe Smith. We're also going to be talking about Harvey Elliott's injury. I'm not laughing at that. It was a horrible injury. I hope he recovers.
You were laughing though. What was that about?
Because I just thought of something else. You think it's a red... I'm laughing because you think it's a red card. You thought it was a red card, didn't you? Because you're Mr...
In this occasion,
you know,
yeah. What, Mr. What?
No.
Mr. What?
Mr. Let's all be mates with everyone. And you know
Funny
what I
how
mean?
the hippie-looking Jesus
Yeah,
thinks
like
it was a red
it's
card,
okay
isn't
to
it?
say it's not
How
a
is
red
that
card.
funny?
That doesn't mean that you're happy that the kid's got injured. You can say I'm gutted he's got injured or I'm disappointed he's got injured.
I've never suggested that you think he's
That's
happy
the
he's
problem
injured.
with people, they've got
People.
no comprehension
Me.
skills.
Point
So
to
they
me. If
immediately
you mean me,
oh, you
point
said it's
to
not
me.
a red card, so you're glad he's
Yeah,
fucking
that's
hurt
what you're
himself.
trying to say.
I didn't say
Make
that.
it about race.
You said that. You pig. You absolute dick.
Right. So we're going to talk about Paul Pogba, his contract.
7.
7. Yeah,
7.
We're going to talk about Paul Pogba's contract because apparently he's not signed a deal and he might be about to because this is 2011
I
or
think all
12
my DMs on Insta are
or
paying off.
18 or 19 or 20 or 21 all over again. And of course, Wally of the Week. So do get involved in the comments, in the chat and let us know what you think about any of that. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe and check out the merch as well. Anything else I'm missing out
Cold
there?
in here, eh?
Anything else?
No, it's all right, mate. I've got a jacket on. Chill out.
Freezing.
We've already got a super chat. Abhishek says, I'm going to ask this finally. Are you Indian, Adam? You look like someone who could be living, Kel Kish said what I'm reading out, be living next door. Sorry for taking the convo into another direction.
Are you living next door?
No comment.
Interesting.
He's a Brummie, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, he's one of the heroes of Manchester, apparently.
Yeah.
Still not over that.
People of
That's just,
Manchester. I'm a hero of
I'll send a
Manchester.
strongly worded email
Apparently
about
my
that
mic
one.
isn't working, but I heard
Oh,
that's fake news.
yeah, fake news. Right, so top
I
of
am
the
Indian. Well, I'm not half Indian. Well, I'm English, but my dad's Indian.
Do you know what, right?
That means I'm Indian.
I get this question, and it's never an easy answer for me. Well,
You know when I'm around Indians,
like, not are you Indian? I get
I
like,
feel
what's your
white.
ethnic background?
and when I'm around the whites,
Yeah.
I feel too brown.
The whites.
I don't know.
Couple whites.
That's the problem with being a mixed breed.
See, I'm mixed race, but I sound like I grew up in a white council estate with white families. So I'm very white sounding.
Yeah, but people look at you and see a black guy.
Yeah, but when I
You know what I mean?
talk,
People
yeah,
look at me and say brown guy.
yeah, exactly. It's
And
so
then they see my surname and they're like,
yeah. You think, hang on a minute.
Fiddlesticks. What do we
What's-
have here?
what-
whose idea have you
What
nicked?
insult do we throw at this guy? which direction are we going to go in? It's so confusing. I don't know what to do.
Make some Irish jokes.
Yeah, or should we go down the other route?
Should we criticise him about potatoes?
know,
too
man,
easy.
it's so
Maybe
difficult.
curry? Potato curry.
Yes, that's the best one.
Hello.
There you go. Covered it. All covered. So let's get off this topic before we get ourselves cancelled.
I can't cancel
go-
myself
it's-
for being racist to myself.
Let's not test that theory just in case. Because you never know nowadays. Anything's possible. Right, we're going to talk about Manchester United first when it
Right.
comes to the Champions League. We haven't got any, dog in the fight here when it comes to the bookies, but I'm just going to give you some bookies odds.
Yeah.
Just to let you know where United stand in terms of are we favourites or whatever. Paris Saint-Germain are favourites for the Champions League. To win it outright, they are 10-3. Yeah?
It's later than that.
Get out.
Sorry.
Manchester City is second favourites at 9-2. Chelsea is 7-1. Bayern Munich are 15-2, and Manchester United are 8-1.
Do you know
The Scousers are 10-1, just to throw that in as well.
That's changed since
Well,
I looked at them the other day, and we were bigger than that.
I tell you what,
yeah, because was this pre or post Ronaldo?
It was yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
What were we yesterday? I mean, this is on a certain bookies that I won't say, but I don't know if you checked on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tell you what I don't get, first of all, and I get it. I know what they're doing. They're trying to make it whole numbers. I don't think 10-3. Just have it at 3.3 to 1.
Nah.
Who gives a fuck? Why does it matter if there's
You can have that. You can
decimals.
have those sort of things. Decimals. You can convert that into decimals.
Yeah.
That's
But
what you
why
took
do
out
it?
of that.
But like eight, what's that one? 9-2. Just have 4.5 to 1. Who cares?
You know what's
£4.50 for a quid. It's easy. It's not like pounds and pence aren't in decimals already. It does matter all this 10-3, 16-8 rubbish. Well, that would be 2 to 1, but you know what I mean. Just because you can't divide it by the number, don't mean you shouldn't be able to just have it to 1. Way easier. £1 equals how much you win.
But I think that's easy.
Yeah,
Like I put £2 on, I get £9 back.
Yeah, but why not have the amount you put on be standardised across all bets? So it's always to 1, no matter what. That way it's like £1 equals this.
That's
and then
what
you
the
can scale
decimals
it.
is.
Yeah, but they don't have decimals on this. That's what I'm saying.
So
you can
10
change
to
it.
3
Yeah.
would be like what?
£3.33 to 1. 3.33 to 1. That's fine. Anyway, don't worry
3.3
about it.
recurring to 1
Yeah.
is worse than 10 to 3.
Yeah, all right, then have 3.34 to 1 then, if you're going to be a mardy arse. Anyway, so United
So
are
if you
fourth
put
favourites,
loads
fifth
of money
favourites.
on, you're going to get more than you would at 10 to 3.
I'm losing the will to live here, lads.
Right.
Go
on then.
Even I don't know what we're on about.
no.
Right. Anyway, United, we're in the mix. Yeah, we're 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth favourites. Yeah? Which is pretty good, isn't it? Yeah? Is that
You
right?
think we
We're
should
more
be higher?
favourite than Liverpool.
I know,
Real,
Liverpool
and
at 10 to 1.
Barcelona.
That's
Who'd have thunk
crazy.
that?
I know, you wouldn't have thought that. But rightly so, I think.
Yeah.
Because you look at the squad we've got and the players and the fact we've got the greatest player of all time who's still amazing.
And Champions
Then-
League Varane.
Champions League for
You buy a player and his nickname for Champions League. I mean,
Are you honestly telling me as well that Paul Pogba or Bruno Fernandes aren't going to win the Champions League in their career?
You'd assume so. They got to.
R9 never won it though, did he?
You and
But he only
R9.
had
That's
3
your
good
answer
years.
to everything, isn't it?
I
Any
love
argument,
R9.
that's your level.
I love R9.
But
R9
but
didn't.
he wasn't. He didn't have the longevity of even someone like Paul Pogba.
No, but he played for Barca, AC, Inter, Real.
Yeah.
Greatest player of all time.
No.
And
He did a rude though. He played for Real Madrid at the worst time. He
just
picked,
after
yeah,
they won it,
he-
didn't
like I think was it just after they won it till
Mm.
left before they won it again. So it wasn't. He was a bit unfortunate in that respect, if you can call R9 unfortunate for anything. Oh yeah, Stephen Derwin says Ibrahimovic never won the Champions League.
Yeah, he should have won it.
Shit,
Right,
no.
but not just
He's
the
better
fact,
than R9.
not the fact that Pogba and Bruno have never won it.
Didn't just say that.
What?
I'm not saying talent-wise. I'm not saying single season. But if you are a human being and you're picking the career and the longevity of one over the other,
Get involved in the
off,
comments.
bro.
Who was better, Zlatan or
Zlatan
R9?
has never ever been as good as R9.
I'm
ever.
not saying he has.
Not even R9
But I'm saying
in
he's
06.
better overall.
Nah, bro.
He is.
If you'd rather have Zlatan's career than R9.
So if you're saying
smoking
to me now, you get one of these from 17
And
years old
Ronaldo probably smoked
till
crack.
they retire and they're staying at United the whole time. Do you know what I mean? If you say, right, you can have one of these, they're both 18 and they're staying at
R9?
United till they retire, you're taking R9
Bro,
over Ronaldo, over Zlatan. He's still
I don't
going,
know
he's
how to be
39.
I don't know how to be respectful and say this, but I think it's because of your age.
I've seen. I was young when Ronaldo was at his best, but he didn't have the longevity of Ibrahimovic.
I don't care
That's
about
all I'm saying.
longevity, bro.
Why wouldn't you not? Though?
I care about being the baddest man on the planet.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what
R9 was the
was
best
that.
striker in the world
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, but Zlatan was not far off for an even
Zlatan
longer
has
time.
never probably been the best striker in the
No,
world.
I would agree with that. But he was R9 had his peak for about 3 years.
No, longer than that, bro. He played for Barcelona. He come from
When was
PSV.
he at his best?
Yeah, that's a good
97,
question. When was he at his best? What do you think the best
I
R9
think
is?
Inter.
Because there's 3 R9s.
Was
in
that
Barca,
97,
Inter.
98 season?
Yeah, around there.
Yeah.
I think Inter.
Yeah.
But also, he was great for Real Madrid as well. Like, he killed
But
it
this is like
everywhere he
4 or
went.
5
bro.
years, though.
And Brazil as well.
Zlatan's
Let's not
been doing it
forget
for 20
tearing
plus.
up what World Cup has Zlatan
Oh, he played for
arrived in?
Sweden. What
Yeah,
is he going to
cool.
win?
No, but you're not saying win it. But you could still, like 98, R9 teared up that World
Yeah,
Cup.
he's
He never
amazing.
won it.
He's amazing. He's one of the best strikers ever.
My
But if
head's
you're saying
rattled.
you have
R9's
the
the
full
greatest
career,
striker ever.
no, he's not.
Most
He's not better than
people-
Ronaldo for starters.
I don't look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo's changed over his career, innit? R9 was an out-and-out striker. He's the greatest of all time.
I think most people here, a lot of people agree with you, Maka, to be honest with you. Zlatan, someone's laughing there.
I even
sorry.
sometimes, I'm not
Zlatan
gonna
is
lie,
overrated. He's
I
not
put
overrated.
R9 ahead of Messi
He's-
and Ronaldo sometimes.
Zlatan's not overrated. I just
For
think that's a
ability.
different thing.
No.
For ability.
No, he's not better than Messi for ability.
R9 is, man.
He's
I
not.
think R9.
I put
Come
R9
on.
above Ronaldo and Messi.
That's stupid.
I wouldn't put. I put R9
because he hasn't
as
got the
the
single seasons that they've had, and he
perfect
obviously
modern
doesn't have the
striker.
longevity that they've had.
So good.
He was so
I don't
good.
think you realise how.
Such the nerve here. Right, can we just both agree that Danny Welbeck was better than both of them?
I think
and
they're
move
both
on?
great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that R9 wasn't great. I'm just
Right.
saying he
Well-
had 5 years where he was top class, maybe
He's
4.
longer than that, man.
It's not. He wasn't world class for more than
Oh,
5 years.
2006, he tore up the World Cup.
Don't be stupid.
Even though he had no
No,
knees,
he
bro.
got like he got some goals. He,
He broke
wasn't
the
a world class
record
player
in
anymore.
that
Don't be stupid.
2006.
2002.
He was not a world class player in
2002.
2006.
2002, he means.
2002, sorry.
When
Oh,
they won it in
2002. Yeah, that's what I'm.
No,
I'm agreeing with
2006
that.
is different.
Yeah,
No,
2006
that
he
was
still
the World
scored.
Cup.
I meant to say 2002.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, 2002 it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I'm glad we've.
It was longer than 5 years.
Sorry, Ulrich. Have I missed your? I can't see it.
It was longer than 5 years.
I'm saying 97 to 2002.
It was
Oh
longer
yeah,
than that.
sorry. Ulrich Jude. Hashtag free house and service though where's Steve missing Mac and Steve presents uncensored. He'll be back soon, don't panic. Pogba on fire right now, says Ian Madalena. We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Hey, Macarena, is that his name?
Yeah, basically. I think I've read that one. Yeah, most people agreeing that R9 is better.
Fine.
That World Cup, that R9 was miles ahead. Zlatan had the better hair though, says Salma.
Definitely.
No, he didn't. You see that thing that he put on
See,
there?
if you see that what you've done there is you've undermined your whole argument. If you're honestly going to argue that, then who knows how biased you are on the rest of it.
Starlord says I'm taking Zlatan's career.
That's what I'm saying. That is
There
literally
you
the
go.
point I'm
I'm
not.
making.
I'd rather
As a
be
player.
I'd rather be regarded as the greatest striker of all time, like R9, than not be. And I'd rather play for Brazil in that World Cup
Well,
than
yeah, of course,
anything
but
Zlatan's ever done.
that's not the point I'm making.
This sounds.
He's obviously better to have been someone born in Brazil who's won the World Cup and been a major part of
Starlord's kind of undermined
Shall
his
I tell you
eye.
who wins this? Shall I tell you how I win this?
Go on then.
If you ask Zlatan would say R9.
Someone said that in the comments.
that. Zlatan literally said yesterday he's the best player in the world.
Zlatan literally stood on the pitch admiring R9. Like, all the time. He had posters of R9 on his wall, bro. And these are facts that I'm coming out with right now.
Alright, so what?
Right. Danny Shields says, how many assists does Pogba have to get the record? 21.
14.
Is that the
21
record?
is coming.
14.
Yeah, because 21
No,
will be
14
the record.
more than he's got now. 7.
Oh,
he's
right.
21.
So he needs another.
21 is the record.
Right,
on the
okay.
year we win
Man,
21.
he's got 7 already. That's ridiculous, isn't it, when you think about
It is, but
He'll
I don't
dry
think
up
he'll
for a
break
bit.
that. Yeah, because he's got 3 in the last 2 seasons, hasn't he? Each season,
Yeah.
I think. So he's not just going to keep. He's not going to get like 30.
But those seasons, he had big chunks out.
Yeah.
There's never been a
But even
season
so,
like
3 should have been
like
getting more
this.
than
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. But there's never been a season like this. And I think what we overlook is there was one season where he had Zlatan missing everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was 35 at the time. What was Ronaldo doing when he was 35? In a Pizza Hut doing
He
the
was
buffet?
laying pipe in Brazil having fun because he had a
So
great
was
career.
Zlatan.
All right.
Zlatan was United's top scorer when he was 35.
I forgot
come
my
on.
point now. But yeah, basically, Pogba's got Ronaldo and Cavani to feed now.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
that's going to double up your
Yeah, of course it
assists
is.
anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Rebecca Jade O'Sullivan, who's been a member for 14 months, thanks for your support, says, lads, how excited are we that Champions League is back? Thank
Yes.
you,
Well, let's go
Rebecca
through
Jade
it, shall
Sullivan.
we?
You just got me off this R9 Zlatan topic that I've had enough of. So you're looking at United's group. We'll start with that. We obviously play Young Boys tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be here for the watch-along, aren't we?
Yes.
Playing
3 of
against
us.
Burn, innit? I mean, in Burn.
Yeah,
Oh.
man.
5:30, innit?
Yeah.
Why'd you say everything so aggressive? Like
5:45.
angry at
Why
I'm
is
just
it
saying the
early?
time, but he's mad. He's
I
furious
know.
at it.
5:30 in it.
Why is it an
Yeah,
early
well, why
kickoff?
is that? That's better
Switzerland.
for you, innit?
Just for the record, before we move on slightly, I do want it to be known that I said Ronaldo has been better than Zlatan.
No, he didn't.
Been. And I
Didn't
did say
back
that.
down.
I said
Double
that at the
down,
start.
double
You
down.
don't,
I
you
said
don't
that at the
argue.
start.
You don't argue a point for 5
Double
minutes
down.
and then
down.
start moonwalking
No.
your way
Double
out
down.
of it.
I
Double
said that
down,
at the
mate.
start. I'm saying total career, I'm having Zlatan at United.
No.
If you could have a 18-year-old either of them at United and you get the whole career, I think anyone who's sensible would take Zlatan.
Do you know
I think
what?
anyone who loves football would say R9.
Like Zlatan plays boring football, not doing fucking karate kicks and skills at 6
So you're saying you'd have Zlatan because you think he'd beat United for longer?
No, not because he's beat United for longer, because he was better for longer.
You're gonna make
Ah,
me draw
right,
stats.
right.
I don't
Anyway,
like
go on.
drawing for stats. because I feel like a
Right.
right.
What's? Right,
But-
do you know what? Let's
Come on, let's be having you.
right. Let's have a look here.
Let's be having you.
because
R9.
we'll get some stats.
See, I don't.
Yeah, I'll get
I
some
do
stats up.
R9 off pure heart and what I see.
Right. Well, it's pointless getting stats.
I
out, isn't
Let's
it?
not get
CT.
into this.
Yeah.
No, we are getting into this.
Right,
This is-
so-
this is what this podcast. Oh, what?
Right. Yeah. Well, what stats do you want? I'll get them for
I
you.
want them all.
Right. Okay. So start with Zlatan. Right. So if I can get to it,
Has Zlatan ever won
right
2 World Cups?
No, you know he hasn't. In terms of goals in games, he's played 836 games, which is ridiculous, and scored 503 goals. That's Zlatan. R9, 518 games, 352 goals.
So 150 less goals for Ronaldo, which could have gone, could have been
In
for
like
United.
400 less.
Yeah, he scored. Ronaldo scored 62 goals for his country. Zlatan has scored. If I can, you can get to it.
You see when I'm looking at stats now?
Yeah.
He had 5 years tearing it up at Inter, you dude.
62 for Zlatan. What did I say for? So they both scored 62 goals for the country.
It's not some
104 in
ludicrous
177 games for Real Madrid.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
59 in 99 games for Inter Milan.
Right. Yeah.
47 in 49 for Barcelona.
Great player.
What was it you said?
Great player.
R9 never had one season like a Zlatan.
No,
So
that's
that's
literally the opposite of what I said. Anyway, let's move on. We
Right,
moved on.
should we move on because you scrolling
Yeah,
through your
who
phone
gives a
shouting
shit?
out numbers as a
and
very
and
short.
R9
Is that
in
goal?
Holland was even better than
Who?
Zlatan in Holland. When R9 was at PSV, some of the goals he was scoring.
Right, I'm glad we've cleared that one up. Anyway, let's go on to
I
the
can't
Champions
believe it's a
League.
debate, to be honest.
Like, even though I'll be honest, if I go with R9, I think it's worth having a debate. I don't think it's like I can't believe it's a debate. I can understand why it's a debate because I don't think the miles apart. I just think
See,
R9's
because
better.
I consider R9 to be one of the GOATs.
But you
And I
can
don't
argue
consider
Zlatan.
Zlatan
You
to be
could
that.
say like Zlatan is in the conversation.
You get 500 career goals. You
gotta
can't
be-
be made a mockery
No,
of
he's-
by
I'm not
being
saying-
compared to anyone.
62.
You compare someone that's got 500 plus career goals, it's to anyone ever, and it's not a
Exaggerate a
joke.
point to make a point.
Go on then.
By the end of his career, are you going to be saying Lukaku's up there with R9 because of his numbers? Because if you are, you're on crack.
Well, no, but look at the difference between Zlatan and Lukaku.
No, I'm on about if Lukaku's numbers are better than R9, people are going to start saying he's better than R9. I'm not ready to live in that world.
But they're not the same thing, are they?
Right.
Look at the way Zlatan plays. Look at the way Lukaku
R9's
plays.
the greatest striker of all time, bar none.
Right.
See much of Gerd Muller?
Apart from
or-
Welbeck. Fuck Gerd
I
Muller.
said well that.
Only had the record for most goals in a season and got a goal a game for Bayern Munich for about
And we've
400
never
odd games.
actually seen him play.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know,
What
we can
fucking
base
idiot.
an opinion
Right,
on
let's
him
go
anyway.
through these Champions League
Right,
groups,
should go
for
for the
fuck's
group.
sake.
Right. Group A, yeah. Club Brugge, Belgian. Yeah.
A fucking team point for that.
Right, thank you.
Well done,
Yeah. Nice one. Hey?
Man City, where are they from?
Belgium.
In Stockport. PSG. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
France.
Paris. RB Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Yeah.
Germany.
Germany and that.
So who's going through there then? Who do you think?
Obviously
Leipzig's
City
the
and
home of that
PSG.
guy that sold bare like coke and MDMA and bod and that from his bedroom. Have you seen that guy?
No.
There's a
What?
documentary on him.
He sold
So
lots
he's a
of
proper
drugs from his bedroom.
guy that don't really.
Why is there a documentary on him? That's
Because
just like
he was
everyone.
buying it off the dark web
Yeah.
and shotting it on the dark web, and he didn't get nabbed for ages. Yeah, like he was just balling, making millions.
Did he get done?
Got nabbed in the end,
Right.
but that's because he was baiting himself up.
But was he like not leaving his room and doing all that?
yeah.
So he's getting people just.
But
do
he
it
was
for him.
clever with compute. Like he knew how to hide his address and using VPNs and using all these
Like
different things.
incognito mode.
Yeah,
That was it.
like me and you.
If
We
this
got
is about to be an
Pornhub.
advert, if this is about to be an advert for a VPN, I'm going to lose my shit, to be honest with you. Now you can sell drugs on the dark web with our discount code. Fucking better not, mate. You snuck this on
I got to
me.
read as well. No, right. Let's move swiftly on. Right, is it? Let's not be silly about this.
Yeah.
Is it just City and PSG going through?
Yeah.
I think
Like,
as
can we
much
be
as you,
bothered?
Leipzig could threaten.
Yeah,
They could threaten,
yeah.
but I don't think they'll get through. In the
City,
end.
PSG, and Leipzig is just a group of horribleness.
Just
innit?
us last season, isn't it? But swap us for City.
Yeah, but you know,
yeah.
it's the drinks against the states, innit? Right, Milan, Atletico, Liverpool, and Porto.
Atleti and Liverpool.
Yeah,
Although Milan,
they're not Milan though, are they? You know when you think Milan, you think
Seedorf, Kaká,
yeah,
Pirlo.
you think just,
Shevchenko.
Maldini, and now it's like,
Zlatan.
oh no,
The first time round.
oh my god,
Ronaldinho.
shut. Now it's like,
Mm.
you know, the low for a bit.
Yeah. It's
But
got to be Atletico in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Did you mention Zlatan's name when you mentioned Milan?
I literally just said
Oh,
it.
did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dickhead.
So
Well, let's get off the Zlatan
through?
conversation.
I mean, he's 39.
Are they going through?
Liverpool and who? Atletico.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Next group. Ajax. Here we go. Besiktas, Dortmund, Sporting.
That's a hard group, that is.
Ajax.
That's a hard group to call
Can't
that.
wait
is.
to play there. Really good.
Only
Really
the best have
fucking
ever
good.
played
Only
at
the best
Ajax.
come through at Ajax, man.
Especially via Sweden.
Shit. Jesus.
You don't even know where he played in Sweden, you fraud.
Yeah, I do.
Where?
Up front.
He's done you there, bro.
See you later.
Right. Are we saying Dortmund and who? Are we saying Dortmund? Is there going to be a twist in the tail?
No, I think with Haaland, they've
The
just got
fans
too much
being back make
firepower.
me think about Besiktas. Because you know when you go to Turkey without fans,
hell.
it's different to...
Yeah.
But I'd say Ajax and Dortmund eventually, based off home
I
form.
could see Sporting putting up a bit of a fight
Yeah.
because they won the league last year, didn't they? Did they win it for the first time in
Because
ages?
everyone was talking about, they won the league when
When
Bruno
Bruno's
left.
gone, yeah. So
Yeah,
I think that could be
'cause he's
tough.
not
That's
very good.
that's one of them where honestly, if Besiktas and Dortmund went through, Besiktas and Ajax went through, I wouldn't be stunned. It's just a proper like who knows of a group that. But I think you've got to say Dortmund, and I would probably just say Sporting. I think Ajax aren't quite the team they were a few years
I'd
ago.
say Ajax.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I said on there when we did the
Ever
live
since they
draw.
got rid of
Someone
Zlatan, they've been
changed-
pretty good.
Changed my opinion.
All those years ago.
Right, so I'm veering towards Ajax. I'm Dortmund Ajax, but it could be anyone's. Wouldn't surprise me if any of it.
Genuinely, anyone could join
Yeah.
Dortmund.
Yeah.
But we set in stone. You think Dortmund done? Can't see any drama.
Haaland's goals, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
fair
what I was saying
enough.
before. Haaland.
Also, Bellingham's meant in it. Group D: Inter, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Sheriff.
I shot the sheriff.
I mean,
But
I think that's just Inter and Real, isn't it?
yeah,
Let's not fuck about.
Sheriff are going to
Real
probably
check the
the
sheriff.
whipping boys.
But
Hey,
we did not kill Inter Milan.
Nice.
Ooh,
perfect. That
ooh,
rhymes perfectly and
ooh.
everything. It's just like,
Shot
perfection.
the Real sheriff.
yeah, please turn his mic off. Group E: Barca, Bayern, Benfica, and Dynamo Kiev.
Let me stop you there.
Yeah,
Barca and Bayern, innit?
is it?
Benfica are strong, but obviously Barca.
Yeah, it is. In that order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Bayern,
no,
Barca.
Bayern, Barca.
Oh right, okay, fine. Yeah, because Barcelona,
Actually don't.
Ah, no, Barcelona.
Not that bad. They're
Not
shit.
that bad, but not that good.
Yeah, but
You
then-
know, go to Kiev. Bit
Like
of a banana skin.
A Barca team led by Memphis up top, as good as he can be,
Come on.
you could also see that going wrong.
Surely they don't go Europa League. We don't see Barcelona in the
It
Europa
wasn't
League.
long ago they were in the Europa League.
It was.
2004.
That's quite long
5.
ago, isn't it? That's 17 years ago.
Yeah, I remember Puyol playing in the Europa League, UEFA Cup.
I think we'll struggle.
This is the worst Barcelona team in my lifetime, though.
Is it in the
What do you
90s?
say? Yeah, 90s. They
I
had
remember
like
we had a group like that.
Stoichkov and Ronald Koeman and Romario. It was an amazing team.
Do you know the last time Barcelona and Bayern were in a group together?
Pep
Man United
Guardiola.
won the treble.
They won the Champions League in the 90s, 92.
Yeah, but late 90s.
Yeah, late 90s had like Clivert, Luis Enrique. Remember the games against them at Old Trafford?
Did you hear the stat? bomb I
Rivaldo.
dropped?
Yeah.
Did you hear the stat bomb I dropped?
What?
Go on, bro.
Last time Barca and Bayern were in a group together, United won the treble.
That's nice.
It's
Is that
written.
true?
It is written.
I know that. I think so.
Yeah, it probably is the
last
worst.
22 years is
Barca.
the question marker. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I have no idea.
Barca are a bit shit at the minute, but they're too good for Benfica and Dynamo Kiev.
I mean, it is one of the worst.
Is Quaresma
I
still
can't
at
think of the
Benfica?
worst.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you might be able to go actually, but
2002.
yeah, but they've
No,
always
you're
seemed
right.
to have a pretty strong. And once you get to the Messi era, it's over, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Right, so that's that sorted. Our group: Atalanta, Manchester United, Villarreal, and Young Boys.
I think probably United and Villarreal.
I think United and Atalanta
Really?
for the goals that they score. Yeah, they scored lots of goals
What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I think Villarreal will finish third.
and then win the
Go to
Europa League.
and win it again. That's what they probably plan to do that now.
Yeah.
They're probably working out how can we finish third, guys. Group G: Lille, Salzburg, Sevilla, and Wolfsburg.
Oh, that looks like a proper
group
Europa
of-
League
That's
group.
no fucks given that one, is it?
That is absolute.
Sevilla and Lille have lost a lot of players,
Nice.
haven't they?
Yeah.
I'd go Lille and Seville.
I'll go Sevilla and Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg, come on.
Right. Well,
I just think Lille has sold too many.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with both of
And
you.
then finally, this one's got a good one.
Group H is Chelsea, Juve, Malmo, and Zenit.
2 clubs that your man play for,
Who used to play for Malmo?
And Juve.
Interesting.
I would say Chelsea, Juve. I don't think they're going to see any surprises there.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't
Juve
look
are
like...
shit at the minute.
Seen
but
that
they
picture
still
of
have
that
good-
guy saying who needs Ronaldo at Juventus game
Yeah.
on the day they lost.
They do. They won 1 game all season.
Yeah, they lost.
What is it? How old is he?
It's adult.
What is it with these signs and kind of adults? It's all right, fair enough, it's kids.
Yeah, I get kids.
Yeah, fair, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I've seen proper grown men like that guy that's stalking Ronaldo.
Who?
Seen him?
Me?
Guy who's at... Yeah. Seen him? He was at the... Yeah, he's
Paddockmerch.com.
at-
Check it out if you're not ready. Viva
Oh,
Ronaldo.
love you, Ronnie. No, he was at the training ground waiting for him. He signed. Ronnie just drove past him, and then he
And
was
nearly
at,
knocked him over. That
yeah,
one.
yeah. But he was at the game as well. He was at the game on Saturday with that same sign.
Do you think?
Go on.
Do you think they're just thinking they're fucking weirdos?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Like, if
'Cause
it's
also,
also, what I
when
mean,
you're
it's
that
not a
big,
kid; it's a man. He's like
And when you're
40.
Ronaldo's age, you have to worry for your life with these things. Like, it's not out of the question that someone could be such a fan of him that they try and kill him.
Yeah.
We've seen,
Yeah,
like
no,
John
no,
Lennon,
don't be
for
crude,
instance. But like, that
crude,
is,
I was gonna
I'm not
think-
saying this guy is,
I was
obviously.
Dear
that.
Ron, I wrote you, but you still ain't called.
Yeah,
me.
that's what I'm saying. He is the biggest athlete
Stan,
maybe ever.
on the YouTube channel. Check it out.
He's
Stan
maybe the
even.
biggest
Tom, we're
athlete
trying to let
ever,
that down.
Ronaldo. There are people who are big enough fans of him to fucking not know what to do when they see him and stab him or strike. You know what I mean? That's possible.
Yeah,
or,
no.
or legit stalk him.
If I stab him, it will be with my penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that that's a different story.
Consensually.
Yeah, exactly. But I get where you're coming from. That it is a bit weird
Yeah.
for middle-aged men to be hounding players, especially when you're hounding them across Europe. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, fair enough if you live in Weast or whatever.
feel
It's
like I'm
like,
being
oh, he's signed
attacked.
for United. I'm going to go down the road and try and get his autograph. But when you're like traveling all over the continent, chasing him, that's a bit. Do you
But
know
there's
what I mean?
people that stand outside and literally, like, I remember a Twitter account, and like they just had a picture of the same player like every day,
Isn't that guy from Chelsea? Oh no, it's a different player. He
and
does-
it's like, wonder
yeah.
what the players are thinking. You know, like if I come out and see you once outside
Yeah.
work, and you go, "Oh, can I have a picture?" Yeah, sign,
Yeah.
have a picture. And then the next day, "Oh yeah, can I?" Didn't I see you yesterday?
Yeah.
Shall I tell you a story actually?
Go on, please.
I went up to at Midgetland in Denmark.
Yeah.
The stadium was weird, so you could just walk around the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And so me and Chris walked from the away end into like the exec area, thinking, let's try and get Woodward or something to interview
I
someone.
love that.
We
I
used
love
to
that
just mooch
ambition.
around trying
Yeah, ambition. Sorry.
and so we were in this thing. The chairman, I think, because they just beat us, the chairman of their club was giving a speech and all that stuff. And so Bobby Charlton was there with his wife. And I'd obviously seen him before, but
Yeah.
I'd never asked him for
You
a
don't
picture.
attack anyone in this.
No,
story.
I'd
Okay,
never asked
carry
him
on.
for a
Carry on,
picture.
carry on.
Never ever asked him for a picture. So I thought, it's my chance.
Yeah.
So Bobby, do you mind if I have a picture? He was like, didn't you just ask me for a picture?
Well, I know where we're going with this one.
I was like, no, I
Did you
genuinely-
say that was the other one?
No, I was like genuinely. No, I was like genuinely.
The other
Like,
what?
haven't. I don't
The
know
other.
whether he noticed me from around or he just thought, you just asked me for a picture, and it made me feel awkward, but I still took it.
Yeah.
But it was like, I haven't asked you for a picture. I didn't promise. The first
Right.
time.
Let's-
In fact, I've seen you a
let's-
few times and bottled it.
Let's
Yeah.
just think who's more likely to be telling the truth, though. Sir Bobby Charlton,
Yeah.
one-time England's greatest ever goal scorer, the hero of the 1968
Yeah, England's
European Cup
greatest
final.
ever footballer.
Yeah.
66, get it right.
Do you know? No, I said the hero of the 1968 European Cup final.
Okay.
So why would I care about the 1966 final for England? Get a
Yeah.
grip. But now you mention it, yeah, he was the hero of that as well. Franz Beckenbauer out the game, well said.
No, Nobby
Or-
Stiles, smart Franz Beckenbauer.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
No,
he
he
did.
didn't. No, he
Yes, he
didn't.
did.
No, he didn't.
Nobby Stiles. No, sorry, Eusebio. Sorry.
But that's not the final, is it? That's against Portugal.
That's a shame.
What are you on about?
It's a shame that. And
Yeah.
that's the twice you've let
Yeah,
yourself
you just
down.
let yourself
'Cause
down.
You let yourself
twice
down
now.
in this Zlatan
So now,
argument and you've let yourself
are we
down
actually
again.
going to believe you
Yeah.
over Bobby Charlton, Sir Bobby Charlton now?
Eusebio.
Or did you not
I
take
was
two
about to say
pictures
a
with him?
joke then, yeah.
Don't. I'm
And it would have
scared.
got clipped up and I would look like a right. Someone would have got me cancelled.
Right, go. So
Eusebio.
don't.
You say
Yeah.
fuck all, mate.
Yeah,
That's what you
yeah,
say.
exactly.
I was about to say, fuck.
Yeah.
Someone would have clipped it and I'd be like,
That would have been on Twitter now. With the hashtag cancel McCullough.
my season ticket would have got cancelled.
That's it. It's over. Forget
Oh,
about it.
God.
Yeah, so I think we've established you lied about that. Right. We've been through the groups and all that nonsense. Can Manchester United win the Champions League?
Yes.
I like it.
I just think we can because we've seen we've talked about it before, haven't we? But
Yeah.
We're already a good cup team.
Yep.
We consistently get to semi-finals. We got to a final.
Yep.
I know you can say, "Oh, well, we bottle it," but actually, there's a lot more teams bottling it a lot earlier on than United are consistently.
Yeah.
We are very good in cups. We know that. I know we're not quite good enough, or we haven't been quite good enough because we haven't converted it. But that sort of tournament structure suits United. You add people like Ronaldo, Varane to that, especially obviously Sancho helps as well. But like you were saying before, Adam, the pedigree of these two players, especially in this tournament, is as good as anyone ever. Like, that has to increase our chances. And I know obviously Chelsea and City looked good last season, but I think against them, we have a decent chance of beating them because we know them. It's a bit different when you play an English team in the later stages, isn't it? Because it almost brings that kind of league feeling to it, and you can bounce off a different set of emotions rather than you playing Atletico or Inter or whoever. I would fancy us to beat any of them in a final, and I think we're as good as anyone else in Europe over two legs.
It's a wide open tournament this year, isn't it?
PSG obviously are the sort of the elephant in the room.
But there's
Someone
additional
has to
pressure on
beat.
us and PSG, you know. The Ronaldo and Messi things create additional pressure. Even if you just look at the amount of press that now turn up at your games. And I know Man United a big deal, but even more now.
Yeah.
Like
You
the amount of
just added
attention.
someone with 330 million Instagram followers to your account. That's just one of the most watchable people on earth.
Any
You're going to
points
get more.
dropped,
Yeah.
it's going to reflect, Ronaldo,
It's
or
not-
same for PSG, Messi and this, that. So there's a lot of pressure on Man United to deliver in the Champions League. And you look at us in the Champions League previously, tactically at times when we needed to, we've got it wrong. Granted, he's got it right at some times as well, like against PSG away and stuff. It's just interesting to see how we deal with that expectation that Ronaldo brings, because he does bring an expectation now. Like every game we're expected to win.
Because also
There's no joke. Like every game we are expected to win now.
No one's won more Champions Leagues than him. He's got more goals than anyone else. I think he's got more wins than anyone else as well. Maybe Casillas has still got that. But either way, he's like at the top of so many of these lists.
Yeah, well,
he is the greatest Champions League player of all time, without doubt. There's eyes on him every time he plays in that tournament.
Looking at Ronaldo's stats, you're right. He's got 180 appearances, 135 goals.
Ridiculous.
6 appearances in a final, 5 wins, and 4 goals in finals. So
Fuck me.
that's, the
That's
180
someone that-
appearances and 135
There's
goals
pressure on his shoulders.
is
isn't
just
there?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And obviously there's 6 appearances in a final and 5 wins. The only one he lost was us. With us, wasn't it? In Rome. So yeah, with Ronaldo, you'd always fancy you've got a bit of a chance. And I agree with what you're saying as well, Joe. I think they look at our 11, they're capable on the day of beating anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know you can always get injuries and stuff, but you put like Ronaldo, Pogba, and Bruno Fernandes and Varane, even Maguire and players like that, and Luke Shaw in that, like, up against anyone.
It's even just the sheer inevitability of Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, when we're watching Real Madrid or Juventus, like, I remember that, and I know it's gone quite famous because the video, the edit that someone did went viral kind of thing of Ronaldo against Atletico. But it's even like, I remember watching that and just being like, he'll score, they'll win 3-0, and they'll go through.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is what we're dealing with now. We have someone that is inevitable. We have someone that is just going to come out and say, we're winning this game. I'm winning this game for us now. Done.
Yeah.
Or he's lifting everyone else around him to be able to win the game.
And he's not like, there have been great strikers in the past, and I'll put Zlatan in there, where you've got him, but he hasn't dragged teams to trophies the way Ronaldo has. Even look at someone like, I know he obviously scored one big goal in particular, but like Aguero in the Champions League, who's a great striker for City. You never thought he'll pull them through here. You never thought that. And he's one of the top strikers of the 21st century. Ronaldo is on another level, like you said. It's just inevitable. Not that he's going to win you every single game, every single time, but there will be a point every single season where you go, we shouldn't win this, and Ronaldo's won it for us.
And even the things like the crowd is through the roof.
Yeah.
Everyone around the team's through the roof. Yeah, I was listening to Lee Grant the other day, and he was talking about how at lunch or at the meal on Friday, like they had their dinner and then desserts were put out, and everyone was waiting to see if Ronaldo would have a dessert.
I saw that, yeah.
And he was like,
He's like, let's
all
have a
right.
goosey gander.
They're
What
like,
Ronaldo's
if he's
having.
not having one, I'm not having one. And it's that kind of knock on effect, like, oh, Ronaldo's going gym after training. All right, cool. I'm gonna go to the gym. Or like everyone must just be following Ronaldo around. You know that picture of Herrera and Hazard?
Yeah.
That's everyone with Ronaldo at training, and it's bang on like Mason Greenwood now. how does he get to be the best? Like, what is he doing that is different?
Yeah.
Or even just learning about what he has at home. Oh, I have a chef, I have a personal trainer, I have this, I have that. They can just start copying what he's doing and putting it into place.
That's a scary prospect, Mason Greenwood, copying what Ronaldo does. Because Greenwood, in terms of talent,
Greenwood at 18 is better than Ronaldo.
I agree. Yeah. I think, people forget that. Because Ronaldo's stats in the Premier League are a little bit skewed, aren't they? Because he had 2 or 3 seasons where he didn't score a lot of goals. He was sort of struggling to get to grips with it a little bit. And then in 2006, 2007, he kicked on. And obviously just went berserk in 2007, 2008.
Let's say he does 4 years.
Yeah.
Does he get a testimonial?
Did he add them together? Was it 2003 to 2006? Sorry, it's obviously 6 years. So if he does... I guess it's at their own discretion,
I think he ends his career now.
I think for Ronaldo, they would do that.
I think he ends his career.
I think he might. Yeah.
If he has a testimony, they'll have to do a Michael Jackson and just do 5 dates. It's just literally that.
At the O2.
Yeah, 5 dates at the O2.
Yeah.
5 dates at the O2.
Do you reckon he could do that and like everyone would sell out?
Academy.
Yeah. This is it.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
But hopefully he actually,
turns up.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's talk about Paul Pogba. Okay. David Ornstein in The Athletic says Pogba leaning towards staying at Manchester United after Ronaldo's impact. I had this in my news this morning. In fact, sorry, I'm just going to go.
The suggestion here, by the way, that Pogba didn't know how good Ronaldo was. He didn't know he was going to stay. We win one game and then, I fancy staying now.
I mean, I like David Ornstein, but it is a little bit meaningless. Just before I get into that, I'm just going to go through some of the super chats because there's a few that I've missed. Well, not missed, they've just built up while we've been chatting.
You've missed them.
Peter Kelly says, was recovering yesterday after Tyrone won the All-Ireland on Saturday for the first time since 2008. United won the Premier League and Champions League the same year. Aman Saxena. I know, it is. It's written. Says, did Glazers give us this transfer window just to shut us up after the Super League scam?
Contrary to some journalists tweeting pricks, saying that Manchester United fans weren't singing against the owners. Manchester United fans in the ground sang against the owners.
Did.
Maybe it wasn't as many times as we sang Viva Ronaldo, but they sang in the crowd.
The same, I was there. It was in my section where we could hear it. Well, we were
singing. And the little weasel was in the stands. Oh, Ronaldo's here, so I'm here. Piss off.
Yeah. Eric C says, is John Shin going to do fan cams in Bern, Fever CR7? Yep, he's there. If you're over there, go and give him a shout. Go on.
Also, with that, they give us this transfer window. We've got good
Sorry,
players
I didn't even answer
but
that,
the Glazers don't pick the players. We haven't spent any more than we normally do. It's a great window in terms of 1, 2, 3 players world class, but it's not like we spent 300 million quid. No. We spent roughly the same net spend as we do every season. So the scouting team, Ollie's done a great job of who they've picked and who they've got, but the Glazers haven't done anything different at all.
It's been quite a cost-effective transfer window for them as well, because
130 million quid
even the Sancho one is spread out over 5 payments.
Yeah.
So it's not like they've gone 73 million quid up front.
Yeah, Ronaldo, it's like fucking paying library fines.
Yeah. 43 million quid for Varane is a bargain, and then 20 million quid for a player who's already 12 million for one of the greatest of all time. Come on. Yeah. CR7, so determined. Yeah. Miraj Desai. Sorry, I can't even read that one. I'm having a nightmare here. I've lost that one. Why can't I bring that one up?
Someone else said R9's greater than Ibra, though.
Yeah.
Just facts again. Dropping facts.
Yeah, we're going to go that. Oh, there it is. Miraj Desai says, what does CR7 need to do in the next 3 years to have a CR7 statue outside O2? Outside OT, League, Champions League, both.
O2 shopping.
Can he have a statue?
Yeah.
I was going to ask us, do you think he gets another Ballon d'Or at United?
I think if he wins us a Premier League, he'll get Ballon d'Or.
Premier League?
And I think if he wins us Premier League or Champions League or both, obviously, he'll get a statue as well.
So if he gets a second Ballon d'Or, he's basically the player who's won the most Ballon d'Ors at the club. Yeah. If he was to win another Champions League, he's basically one of very few players to have won 2 Champions Leagues at the club.
Yeah. And if he
brings back the Premier League,
I think he gets a statue.
I think if he does one of Premier League and Champions League and gets a Ballon d'Or, or sees his career out here, he'll get a statue.
Yeah.
And depending on what he does in the next 3 years, like if he can score 30 goals this season, 20 goals, that's 70. He's on 190 goals, 63 off Rooney.
Should he get a statue? Should he be the next statue if he does those things?
I think Roy Keane should have a statue.
Oh, mate, you're talking my language. What about you?
Well, should he have a statue if he does it rather than who's next? I think he should for that. Yeah.
Yeah, he should
breaking
have a
that run as well,
after
because not only is it, or it's just more people, players have won more leagues than him, whatever. To cut this run after Fergie, how hopeless things have been for large periods of that. The person who is the talisman in bringing us another title, especially when you add together the Champions League before, the 3 league titles, whatever it was that he won before. Yeah, I think it's such a monumental person for the club and the history. I think he'd get one, and I think he'd deserve one.
Yeah, I think
there are other people who deserve one as well.
Yeah,
but it just where do you, I don't know where you put it all.
I know.
There's probably 7 or 8 new statues you could put up. A Rooney one, a Keane one.
Eric in a way. I mean, Eric in a way. I mean,
Eric,
people go away, didn't win the Champions. It doesn't matter. You look at what he did.
Exactly,
taking us
If
from
a Fergie era player was to get it, who should get the first one?
It's hard.
It's Roy Keane.
I've always said Keane out of players because of the fact he was.
Cantona, I couldn't argue that, but it's Keane.
Yeah. You could see him do a Class of '92 one, couldn't
you? No.
I'm not saying there is. I'm saying you could see him.
No, because you can't have a statue of Phil Neville outside the ground. I'm not having to go with you for suggesting it because I've heard it said before. But you cannot have a statue of Phil Neville outside Old Trafford and not Brian Robson, for example.
Or even Gary Neville.
Nonsense.
Fuck this.
Yeah,
just Phil Neville as well.
Well,
and
he would be there.
He represents Beckham. He represents Scholes.
No, do you know what? If you have a class, he would be on it.
Yeah.
And it's like that's a bit silly when you've got someone like even Nicky. And I love Nicky Butt, but you wouldn't have him over Robbo.
No.
Keno.
I told Keno he should have a statue outside the ground, and he told me we'd all piss on it.
In a nice way.
I went to Keno.
Like how when a cat pisses on his favourite lamppost.
Should be a statue of you out there. And he went, what? So you'd all piss on it?
Did you say, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's why I suggested it, because I want somewhere to go to the toilet. Isaac Hobson says, I started watching every United game during Louis van Gaal. Oh, you poor man. Is this how life felt under Sir Alex? Everything feels so exciting. I look forward to every game.
It felt like this, but it felt like this for 20 years in a row.
There were times under Fergie when there was difficult.
Yeah, but games. What I mean is after 4 games of pretty much every season, you thought, we might win this.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Then there was 2 or 3
it was
years
weird
here
how,
and there where you wouldn't.
The only conversation you were having under Fergie is similar to what we're having now. Are we going to win the league? Yeah. Are we going to do anything in the Champions League? Not, are we going to get top 4? Yeah. Or are we going to, win a trophy, which is the narrative it's been for the last 7 years or whatever. Yeah. Now it's sort of shifted our expectations up, what is exactly how it was under Fergie. Even the dark times of 2004 to 2006, that whole 2 years. Or 3 years, sorry. You still expected to challenge, didn't you? Right, Paul Labille, Pogba. Is he going to stay, Maka? Because you've been saying he is, and then you said I'm not sure anymore.
I always go by my gut.
Yeah.
And my gut's usually right. Remember when everyone was saying he's off, and I was like, I think he ends up staying at this moment.
Outside Old Trafford ones with Abdullah.
And at the moment...
We just got used-lotted again, by the way.
I know he did. Do you know what? I'm immune to that.
I've been used-lotted twice in this.
You could say anything. Used-lot, I've just petrol bombed my house, and I'm just nodding, going, yeah, I know.
I probably did deserve that, because something me or someone like me said was something
a person did.
Yeah, a person said it.
Yeah, so used-lot, right.
And in this occasion, he's right. I thought he was leaving.
I did as well, so I'm not going to argue with you on that front.
And I just had a feeling he'd end up staying. Because he's never, as much as he may have wanted to go in his head, he's never actively forced it, has he? And he's never been disrespectful to Ollie. He's never kicked up a fuss. And because of that, it's easy for Ollie to go, all right, then you stay. You know what I mean? All right, you're not going to be rude. You're not going to skip training. You're going to be a professional. All right, cool. I'm keeping you.
I don't have... The thing with Pogba is as well, it's easy to get caught up in the whole Mino Raiola stuff. But if he does see out his contract, can you really be annoyed with someone for playing for their contract? Signing a deal and honouring it?
No, you can't.
Can you really be that's took the piss?
No, but there's something about the nature of the Raiola side of things, which has been relatively unique to Pogba in this era. Yeah. We saw Rooney come out with the transfer request. We've seen, I know Ronaldo was slightly different. We got a big fee for him, but we knew Ronaldo wanted to leave. That was public and very obvious. But in this last era, other than De Gea, which was kind of settled with a new contract, he's the first one you'd be like, a big name player for Man United is willing to let his agent say he wants to leave multiple times. He's relatively unique in that instance. So I don't think you can say, well, he signed a 5-year deal, he's played for 5 years, he's left. But we know in football that transfer fees are a big thing. They help rebuild the squad and reshape the squad when you leave. He would be worth a lot of money. To leave on a free does leave United in a position where even if we'd have sold him for 60
million... If he leaves on a free, though, that's United's problem.
No, I know it is. I know.
You know what I mean?
No, of course. But you know what I mean? You can see why you'd be like, it'd have been good if he'd have left a year ago for 45
and
million.
Pogba's not the only one that
60 million.
could leave on a free. Herrera left on a free.
Herrera left
Lingard
on-
could leave on a
And
free.
Herrera isn't Paul
Herrera
Pogba.
left on a
that's
free
not what
and
I'm saying,
did a
but
video, didn't he?
I'm telling you, there's a pattern emerging there where you're allowing players to get down to the last few months of their contract,
Yeah.
and you've not dealt with it.
Oh,
Because
it's
if
just-
you read a lot of the stories about Pogba, he expected a different offer last year that never came. You know, United could have maybe been more forceful in negotiation. Herrera's another instance, and I know they're not the same player, but you allow a player's contract to run down, you're leaving yourself in this position. Jesse Lingard, reports recently he rejected a new contract. Again, from his perspective, I get it. He wants to know if he's playing week in, week out, and all those kind of things. But as a football club, if you're allowing your players to get down to the last year, you're more responsible than them, I think, because you're now leaving them with that carrot being damn good of, oh, a fat, juicy signing on fee. Do you want it? And I think that makes it more difficult for you. So if I know you're leaving next week and you can leave next week on a free, and because you're leaving next week, the company that employs you can pay you double because they're saving elsewhere. But I'm not making that saving.
No.
So I can only offer you what you're on. Like, it changes the game that you're dealing with, and the wages that you're dealing with, and the offers that the players are getting. And I think it's down to the clubs to be more responsible in that sense. But I think Paul Pogba stays. I think
And signs a new
Pogba's
deal
issue
stays.
has been the club haven't been challenging for trophies. The club haven't been competitive. The club haven't even looked like they're going to be challenging. Different story.
That conversation can't be had anymore.
Can't be had.
No.
Steve Fletcher says, can someone explain the difference between Van der Beek's agent talking shit and Pogba's doing it? I like Donny,
Yes.
but his agent has been a bellend, in my honest
can
opinion.
explain the difference.
My opinion, yeah, go on.
One is a player that is 23 years old, has never really had, a run of games for United, isn't of the stature in world football as Paul Pogba, didn't come here after winning 3 Italian leagues back to back, isn't Manchester United.
But those are by the by.
No,
though.
they're not by the by, because they all play into the expectations around a player. He came through at the academy. He's the biggest signing ever. We've got Raiola, who's notorious before Paul Pogba for being a twat. Of course it's different. One's a fringe player. One is supposed to be United's talisman for the next 5 years. There's a difference there. And the expectation is different around those players and how you should act.
But if you look at it,
act.
actually, it's a very similar situation. Donny van der Beek, on the face of things, has been very... I'm here to fight for
but the
Ali.
reason why Donny
and
wants
I'm
to leave
here
is
to
because
do
he's
that.
not getting a game.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, if you look at it, okay, Donny wants game time. He's not getting game time, yeah? He's still being positive in front of camera and saying his agent knows he wants game time, so he's forcing that situation in public, yeah?
Yeah.
Paul Pogba wants to win trophies.
Yeah.
He wants to play for a team that's going to win trophies, whether that's Real Madrid, Juventus, PSG, Man United. In public, apart from that one time, I know, in public, he's positive. He never disrespects the club. And even when he said he kind of wanted to leave, he didn't really do it in a disrespectful manner. And his agent is the one who is trying to, say, well, actually, my player needs X, Y, Z.
Yeah, I understand there are
surely the
comparisons.
agent's just doing his job,
Yeah,
and the
but
player is
But I'm not
keeping
knocking
house.
the comparison. I can see why you'd make that comparison. But the fact that one is here and one is here means that they're to be treated differently. Even if there are parallels, one is United's club record signing, one is someone from Ajax who was brought in to be a squad player and maybe even replace Paul Pogba. It is different. I get the comparison, but I think it's understandable why people.
The
treat those two
comparisons
people
for me
differently.
are in the agent,
Yeah, I get
and
it.
what
I
they're
get
saying
that.
and how they're saying it
Well, it's
and
just
why they're saying it.
We're just going to move on quickly. Rojo Baumick in the Super Chat says, Paul Scholes gets the statue, 2 Champions League, 1 for us. Fantastic
Well,
Think about
about
an
that
player.
agent.
at all.
Paul Scholes did have an agent, but he
Didn't
did
have.
once refuse to play for Fergie.
Yeah, in a Carabao Cup game, wasn't it? League Cup
Villa
game.
Park.
Yeah,
He
where he
said, "Nah,
said,
fuck you."
You're not doing that. Just quickly, we'll just touch on this quickly
Of
before we
course,
get
Paul.
into Wally of the Week. Harvey Elliott injury. You think it's a red card?
Yeah.
You.
I don't think it should be whenever you injure someone, it's a red. I don't think
Yeah.
that should be a blanket rule.
Yeah.
But I think if it's a foul, that I think was a foul anyway, because there's obviously enough contact there between the two of them. There's obvious contact. It's not like his shoulder bars gone together 50-50. One's fallen over and broke the collarbone. I don't think that, it's not the same as that. But there's enough contact there for obviously damage to be done. And I think the fact that so much damage has been done, it almost has to. not overlook, obviously, but at some point, such damage is done that there has to be a punishment for that, regardless of the fact that it wouldn't be a red card without that damage.
Isn't this a similar? Was it Son who got his red card rescinded when he like it was a tackle that hurt someone? And again, there was contact, but it wasn't a red card. Does it not feel? That feels like that to me.
That's because he cried and made him feel sorry.
Is it? Because when I watched it, I mean, obviously, I was watching it and I rewound it and I was like, for me, it just looked like a tackle. And it's unfortunate the kids got injured. I'm not obviously disputing that, but it didn't look like to me. It was.
I don't think
there was an exact carbon copy tackle
later on that game, and it wasn't even a foul.
For me,
if I punch you in the arm or punch you in the head,
but you're doing an illegal activity, punch him in the head. What the kid who got sent off did wasn't illegal.
Yeah, but
you're breaking a rule.
It's not illegal in football, but it would be illegal.
No, but you're using an example, punching me in the head, and if anything happens to me, you broke the law to do that. If you came up to me and shook my hand, and I fell over and died, it's not your fault.
Yeah, but if I come up to you, but the rules of football are different to the rules of outside.
Well, he didn't break a rule in football. He just did a tackle. That's why I don't think it's a red card.
And the ref didn't even think it was.
I think at some point the outcome sort of supersedes the action and the intent,
because it's not law. It's like there's. It's not. It shouldn't be like that.
Maybe it should. Maybe that isn't the rule.
It reminds me of school when fucking shoulder barge. Oh, you fell over. It must be a foul then. Just because someone's.
Because the thing is, as well,
I'm not saying that.
You can have was it Valencia who did his ankle against Rangers? I don't think that was a foul. I know the Luke Shaw one was different. That should have been a red card.
So that was a shot.
Was it? I can't remember what happened with Valencia. Was that a shot?
Sorry, Alan Smith. Alan Smith.
No, Alan Smith was shot. Was it Valencia? Was just like I think it was.
No, Luke Shaw was a proper horrible.
Luke Shaw was horrible. But there was one. I remember Johnny Evans when the kid from Bolton. Do you remember when they went in for a 50-50 and the kid broke his leg? But it's one of those where if you back out, you're probably going to hurt yourself. And it was just a 50-50. So I don't know. When I watched it, I've got to be honest. When I watched it, I didn't even think it was a foul.
But all right.
And I'm not going to go. Oh well, now he's got this injury, which is terrible. It is a foul, and it's a red card as well. That for me is harsh.
But at some point, if you accidentally hurt someone, whether it's not a punch, obviously, because a punch is always illegal. If you accidentally hurt someone, if the severity of what you cause is so bad, you will be charged anyway because you've killed someone or whatever. That you sort of go. It doesn't matter what you meant to do. What you've done has had such a bad effect that we still have to. Someone has to take ownership of this effect. And yes, I'm not saying. It's only a red card. It's not like it's not banned.
But you're making it culpable.
Changes the narrative.
That makes him culpable for a challenge
injury
he shouldn't have done. That's your fault. This kid's got injured because you did something you shouldn't have done. If it's not a foul and not a red card, it's an accident. It's just one of those things that happens in football. But now it's not. It's someone being dangerous.
Also, you have to ask why was Klopp allowed on the pitch for so long? And I know there's a big injury, but he's talking to the ref, and then the ref makes his decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
AM in the super chat says it's almost as if people forget Pogba during his third season. Said in an interview he wants to leave Man United and wants a new challenge elsewhere. That is disrespectful. You alluded to that. Yeah. Just quickly, we're going to wrap up. Wallies of the week. Maka, give us yours.
Go around there first. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
Everyone who said that.
I'm not
There's a few in this building I could pick, to be honest.
Yeah, all right. I'm not just dismissing what you're saying. I just
no. I agree. It's just a difference in opinion,
and I'd probably argue not differently if it was different.
I think it would be a case by case basis. I'm not saying any time anyone gets hurt, you have to be banned.
I watched it. I rewound it a few times.
And maybe even, and I said this before, maybe even you just get sent off for the game. Maybe there's no ban. Maybe it's just for the rest of the game. Or obviously, I'm changing laws here. But I don't think you should get banned for 5 games, 3 games. But at some point, if you've ended someone's season. Fair enough, you didn't mean to, but at some point, something
that's slippery slope.
Do you think, for example, Pickford should have got a red for Van Dijk?
But that was different anyway. That was just a red card challenge.
But I think
shouldn't have been a red. It was offside.
But just because it's offside, don't mean you can't get sent off. Managers get sent off; they're not even playing.
What worries me now as well is this is the thing. He's got this red, and it's like.
What I do hope
this guy's going to get hammered.
Oh, well, I hope that doesn't happen. Because regardless of whether he should get banned for it, he shouldn't. No one's looking at that challenge going, "What the fuck have you done?" It's not an awful challenge. I still think you should maybe not be able to play the rest of the game because of the damage.
I think Bielsa would have took him off anyway. To be honest, I really do. I think any manager worth his salt there just takes him off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And I hope, by the way, that this doesn't. We've got to go back to how it was, where anytime someone touches someone, it's a free kick. People talking about it's a bit firmer now than it has been, but that's people broke their leg.
The foul on Bruno when Fingy scored Southampton was more of a foul than this.
Yeah,
and this guy's been sent off.
Yeah, but again,
It's a joke.
Anyway, Wally of the week, who you can go for?
just the people who said Ronaldo and fucking he's 36 now, shit, he's fucking shit, like Merson and them lot, where just sort of the argument. Someone has to say it. The Premier League's different. Someone has to. It's like Tourette's for people. Oh, you're not going to be able to do that over here. Well, fuck off.
I got one.
Go on then.
Simon Jordan, a pussyhole. Shall I tell
The
you what?
former Crystal Palace chairman
Accidentally listened to the radio on the way up today.
Mobile phone.
And he said
entrepreneur.
Mourinho was above Fergie.
What
No,
in
he
what?
didn't.
He did.
It's almost as if he says things that are slightly ridiculous to make people listen to the radio and talk about them.
Ridiculous, is it?
He
Well,
said,
not slightly
he said,
ridiculous.
That's
It's completely
illegal.
ridiculous.
That's illegal.
his reason was because he's won it in Portugal and Italy. And
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just saying things for the sake of saying things, aren't they? That's just stupid. It's talk sport, man. It's honestly, I don't like you to have it with it.
Lord Farquhar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I don't know. I don't like being political, but I'll go with Therese Coffey. I fucking hate her. Right, Macca.
I already said mine.
Oh no, so where can people find you? And where can people find that shirt? More importantly,
Paddockmerch.com. PL Piss Take at 7
let's have a
o'clock.
look at it. Viva Ronaldo.
We've got
Yeah.
a few others as well.
Go and check them
Loads
out,
of
man.
others.
Got loads of merch up
I
there.
made a
Got
sick Mason one. Put it on the screen.
Mace, put the Mason on the screen, yeah. He's made a Mason one. We've got a Bruno Fernandes one. We've got a Donny van der Beek one. We've got an Edinson Cavani one. We've got a Ollie Tricky's Reds one. We've got a lot, man. Just
got
go and
loads.
check it out, paddockmerch.com. Easy to remember. Joe Smith, where can people find you?
Joe Smith 93 on Instagram and Twitter.
If you're not doing subscribe to the channel, make sure you're checking these two out at, what time did you say, sorry? 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
I think so, yeah.
7 o'clock for Premier League Piss Take, the funniest show in the world. I've been Jay Moy. This has been the Paddock Podcast. Thanks for watching.